The man who lives behind me here has been a parking inspector for 42 years. In that time, he's served his community, made hundreds of friends and, well, enough enemies to ask whether we'd mind pixelating his house.
Last day today, after 42 years. I'll run a bit late, but what can they do? Sack me, I suppose, but let them try.
After a career that began in 1959, Paul Cormick is leaving for his last ever day as a parking officer.
Certainly will.
Well, last day today.
I don't think it's going to rain. Yeah,
It's a special day, but today, like every day, he takes care about what to wear on the way to work.
People seem to get a bit funny about traffic officers. I don't know why, but they just seem to do. So I just like to go in civvies. We're human beings, you know. We've got a job to do. Cars have got to be moved. We've got families like everybody else. So I'm not a monster. The only difference is we book cars and people don't like it, I suppose. It's a fantastic job, really, because it's what you make it. You know, if you're an aggressive person and you want to fight, you'll certainly get one, that's for sure.
Paul arrives at the depot and, for a parking inspector, seems to choose a fairly dodgy park. After that, it's upstairs to don the uniform, catch up with some colleagues and hit the streets for the last time. Righto, Paul, let's go book some cars.
OK, mate. Just the bad ones, that's all. Just the bad ones, mate. We don't book good cars, just the bad ones. Ticket parking, the sign says ticket parking. No sign of him, nothing on the floor, so he's gone. Well, it's 1:45, isn't it? You know?
So he's gone?
Oh, yeah. He's well over. No sign of him, not a sign. Once you get your eye in on these tickets, they're all facing the right way. It's very quick. I'll just show you, look. 126, 102, 2 o'clock, 2:48, 1:12. That's how quick it is. See? Simple. Not like the old days. So that's modernisation for you.
And this street's pretty special to you?
Yep. This is the first street I worked in about 42 years ago. And there was only about 3 or 4 traffic officers. And as a matter of fact, the first street South Melbourne put their meters in.
So you only had to go up and down the one
street?
Yeah,
up and down. It got a bit boring. In the old days, they used to call us the grey ghosts because our uniform was a charcoal grey colour. You remember what the Germans used to wear? A great big long overcoat down to there with the big silver buttons.
They tried to make you more popular with the people by dressing you up as Germans?
Yes, I don't know why, but that was the colour of the day. Gestapo grey.
What range of excuses do you get?
Oh, trapped in a lift, held up on the telephone, in the doctors. Oh, I've already booked you, I'm sorry.
I'm on time.
No, you're definitely over.
The appointment rang late.
Oh, you got held up,
we were
did you?
just held up
Oh, gee.
at the doctors.
Look,
it's only 3.
Oh, that's all right, I believe you. Yeah, people do get abusive. Yep, no worries at all about that. That's for sure. They call you, am I allowed to say the F word?
No.
No, we cop.
Just dynamite this area.
No,
every time.
I didn't
5
pop up
minutes.
out of the ground, you know. Why didn't you buy a ticket?
Ticket
Look,
back.
it's right
have
there.
your ticket back.
I'll take it back and we'll post it to you. We'll get it by the mail, okay? As a matter of fact, they really, what they call you, eyeball you. You know what I mean by eyeball you? No. Yes. So you gave me a bloody ticket, did you? That's how close they'll get. They won't touch you, but they'll get that bloody close to try and make you hit them or do something to them, and then they've got you for assault. Or the traffic officer hit me, but that's how close they'll get. They'll get right up close, and it can be annoying, especially if he's violent person and I'm not.
Are you a violent person?
No, I'm not. No.
What if I give you this one in the chest? What happens then?
Be careful what you're doing, mate. That's assault. And I know I've got a tape recorder here, and everything's being taped as you're talking to me. So be careful.
As shadows started to lengthen and knock-off time approached, Paul was a man on a mission.
There it is, lucky last, from 1958 to 2001. You wouldn't believe it, would you? And I've probably booked thousands of cars, and this is 1001 or 1,000,001. Anyway, bad luck for him. You ripper, no more. I can sleep in tomorrow.
Inside this hotel, there's got to be between 40 to 60 parking officers, all here to celebrate Paul's last day. The least I could do was help out my fellow motorists with my specially made sign.
Yeah, I'm getting a bit sentimental. I didn't think I would. Fantastic.
Very good.
By 7 p.m, Paul was presented with some secateurs by the Mayor, and there was one less parking officer in the city of Port Phillip. Tomorrow, he would be out in the garden, amongst trees and flowers and shrubs that could never abuse him.
Now, you're probably thinking, I know that bloke, he got me last week. Well, don't panic, he has retired, and you've got to admire somebody who loves their job to that extent.